I'm very lucky to be doing one of Jamie Oliver's recipes from his Superfood Family Classics. I'm actually going to be attempting the squash and sausage risotto. Very autumnal and very delicious. And super simple as well. If you've not made a risotto before, do not be afraid. It is so much more straightforward than you probably thought it was. And it just takes a little bit of TLC, that's all. This one's going to serve 4. Should we get started? Yeah! Editing. We're going to start with a nice big deep pan on a medium heat. Into this pan we're going to put 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And I've got 4 chipolata sausages here that have just been really finely diced, so they're almost like a mince. And then we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds and half a teaspoon of dried chili flakes. So we're going to stir and fry that just for a couple of minutes. So I've got 600 grams of butternut squash, which is about half a butternut squash that you want to de-seed, but keep that skin on. Skin will cook through. It's absolutely delicious and really rich in good stuff for your body. So you want to dice this down into 1 centimetre cubes. Keep stirring. Get a bit of colour on your sausage. So we're now going to add our butternut squash into the pan as well. And 2 finely sliced onions. Just double check that. Smart in it, Jamie. And then we're going to give it a nice stir. Now, according to the recipe, we're going to pop a lid on for around 20 minutes. Stirring continuously until you start seeing a lovely bit of caramelisation happening on your butternut squash, or basically until it's gone nice and soft. God, it smells great in here. So whilst that's cooking away, you're going to take 1.2 litres of chicken stock or vegetable stock and get that into a pan on a nice simmer. This is what's going to help all of your rice soften. Now, if you are vegetarian, then obviously use vegetable stock, and rather than using the sausage meat, switch it out with some bolotti beans. Just a tin of bolotti beans will work just as deliciously. So that is looking beautiful. The butternut is lovely and soft, and it's also caramelised slightly. It's got loads of extra colour and flavour. Now we're going to push all of our squash and sausage and onion mixture to the side, and we're going to pour in 125 ml of Chianti, which is a red wine from Italy, don't you know? So that's going to go into our pan. You're going to get a nice little sizzle there from the alcohol, but what you want to do is let that just bubble away for a bit, reduce a little bit, letting the wine take up the majority of the pan, just so it's got more surface area to evaporate, pick up all those gorgeous bits and pieces on the bottom, and it won't soak too quickly into your butternut squash as well, as much as we all love an alcoholic piece of butternut squash. So now it comes to adding the rice. Now we are using genuine risotto rice. This is a Borio rice. And you do want this, it's got a higher starch content, so it means that it's going to do exactly what you need it to, and that it's going to absorb and pick up everything. So that's going to go into our pan, 300 grams there. We're going to give everything a really nice stir and let it cook through for 2 minutes. We're now going to add in our stock. So this is the part that takes a bit of TLC, but it all pays off in the end. So you're going to take a ladle or a cup, and you're going to add in 1 ladle at a time. And you're just going to let your risotto absorb that stock. Do not add another ladle until that stock has been absorbed. And basically all the starch is going to release, it's going to thicken up, it's going to go gorgeous and glossy. Yeah. So I'm going to carry on adding a ladle at a time for about 20 minutes or until the rice is cooked but still holding its shape so that your risotto is gorgeous and oozy. Finally slice 1 radicchio or 2 red chicory and stir through the risotto with 300 grams of cottage cheese. Then taste and season to perfection. Portion up and serve with a fine grating of parmesan and a sprinkling of picked thyme leaves. I mean, that looks delicious. And there you have it, a gorgeous, oozy bowl of delicious autumnal risotto. I cannot wait to try it. There's a spiciness there that just warms you all the way through. Sweetness from the butternut squash, a gorgeous tang coming through from the cottage cheese. That is absolutely beautiful. If you like this recipe or you like the look of this recipe, then I'm pretty sure you're gonna love this book. So make sure you go and grab yourself a copy. All the details are in the description box below. And guys, if you like this channel, why not subscribe? Until next time, cheers. Do you say cheers with food? Cheers.